Mama looks like she don't play that. Monique better watch her setups. Lately, back with another video. This is the Housewives of Potomac, Season 2, Episode 3. I think it was called Horseback Riding or something like that. So, the show, oh yeah, Happy Easter, by the way. I got my little Easter outfit on. I had the usher at church, so I had to wear my usher uniform, but this afternoon, I got to put on a blue jean skirt, and I'm rocking this little African attire-based skirt. It was a good day. God bless. He has risen. Yes, and unfortunately, Easter break is now over, and everybody has to go back to work. Spring break is over. All the breaks are over. Now it's time to get back and grind. But anyway, Housewives of Potomac Season 2, Episode 3. The show opens up with Monique catching up with her girlfriend Gigi. I guess this is a person who she were trying to, do her music career with, and they remain best friends, through all of that. So pretty much they're talking. Monique is getting ready to gear up to a trip to Birmingham, Alabama. Her husband is being inducted into the Alabama Hall of Fame. And she was just, talking to Gigi about, she haven't seen Chris' mother in a while. And, they, look like they have a little taffle. She said she used to be close to her mother-in-law, but once she got even closer and even got married, she find that she's somewhat at odds. So they continue on talking, and she was just telling Gigi about the girls, and she, brought up about Charisse. And she was saying how, she's cool. She's married to Eddie Jordan. And Gigi, her friend, was like, oh, I know Eddie Jordan. And she paused. She didn't say any more to it, but it was just like her body language. She did a little look and she did a little sip of the wine. It's like she got some like dirt alert on him or something. So it was just like her body language says like she knew some dirt. So they're talking, and Monique said something about, she just busted out and said, do you look better than her? That's what Gigi asked. She said, I look better than all of them. I was like, damn. So yeah. And Gigi is crazy. She was like, I love it when you got white folks for the help. That Gigi, like, she's a character. I wonder if they're going to stick her in somewhere along the season, because that Gigi, like, she's a damn character. So moving on, Charisse is turning her study into the champagne room, or the AKA the boom boom room, but she's champagne room. She's wanting to do something for herself, and she said there's not really using the room, so she's gonna turn this into like the Charisse Palace. So we'll get back to that later. So Robin and Giselle meets up to get their nails done, and they are going to, they're talking about an upcoming event called the Preakness. So it's a horse race that takes place in Baltimore. And I guess the who's who of the area tends to go to that. So they was talking about Robin, decided to invite all the girls. She did mention that Monique will unfortunately be unable to attend because that's falling along the same time frame as Chris getting his being inducted to the Alabama Hall of Fame. So Robin was just pretty much talking about the situation with Giselle and Charisse, pretty much just telling her, she really wasn't picking sides, and that, she was just talking about her opinions with the whole event. I guess she just really wanted to set the record straight that, she didn't agree what was going on. She thought Giselle was kind of harsh and maybe a bit wrong for going on the Andy Cohen show and saying the things that she said. So moving on, Raven is back in town, guys, and Raven looks good. She's home from college. I don't know if it was just like a weekend visit or a break, but she looks good. Like she really matured, within her first, year of college. She joined a sorority. They did not say what sorority joined because I was curious. I was like, what did she join? But she didn't, she didn't say the organization, but she joined a sorority. She's just talking about college life, and the food is not, not to food that she was accustomed. But I mean, that is with college. First you go away, the food's not that bad. Then all of a sudden you feel like, you getting a repeat of, it just feel like the food turns into a repeat. And then after that, you can't wait to get home to get some home cooking because it's a break from what you're normally accustomed to when you get into college. So Raven looks good. Karen pretty much tell her that they're looking to sell the home. And Raven wanted to know why, and she thought that she was going to inherit the house. And Karen pretty much told her, whatever house we may get, it's going to be home, and, it will be, inherited to you and your brother. So Raven like, my brother, and she like, my brother, you sure it ain't just coming to me? So anyway, Monique and Sam is off to Birmingham, Alabama. They're heading, I guess they just got off their flight. They're heading in, and Monique is just really, not sure how the turnout is going to be with Chris' dad, not Chris' dad, but Chris' mom. They, have some disagreements. They done have some backs and forths. And she just feel like the closest is not there, So it's like, she has to have her guard up when she's dealing with Chris's mother. It is the day of the Preakness. Ashley and Robin are the first to get there. So, Robin was just mentioned how, this was when she was, living high off the horse, and when the money was good, she would, go to this event, and it just put her back into the mindset of how she was, how they was just footloose and fancy free financially. And she said this is just like nostalgia for her anyway. So her and Ashley are having their drink and catching up, and then pretty much Ashley asks Rob what's up with her Juan. And you ever notice when it gets down to Juan, Robin usually tense up. She becomes, subtle, pull backish type. She's vocal on everything else, but something about Juan, she, gets soft spoken. She also feel like, people should stay out of her business and the relationship. But honey, let me tell you, when you put stuff on reality TV, people can't help but to, wonder what the hell is going on. And then also, I mean, you brought it up, so people are gonna ask what's up with you all, because I think that's just a weird situation, how you divorce but stay together for the sake of the kids and live in the house and still have sex and do all this random stuff, but you don't trust him to welcome the relationship back and see if there's a possibility to try it again. But it's like you're in the image of a couple, but you're not a couple. I just, don't get it anyway. So anyway, Giselle and Karen's brides. Ashley is sharing, she shared the news that she had a breakdown the other day, and it's in regards to the restaurant. She says she's pretty stressed. The restaurant is taking a toll on her because I guess, the situation about, having a baby came up. And she said she don't feel like she had a time right now. All her efforts and her energy is into this restaurant. The, the sex life ain't popping like it's popping. And, Giselle say, because, he, broke penis is not happy penis or some crazy stuff, something she said. But, yeah, so the girls are pretty much watching the race. And Sharice is... by this time, Sharice's came, they watched the horses. This man was helping them bid on horses, and apparently the horse that he said was going to win won, and Giselle got the $3,000 coupon cash out or whatever. So while they was taking a break from the races, pretty much Giselle, asked Sharice, is there still a beef? Is she still in the doghouse? And then Sharice paused for a long ass time, Then she said, yeah, we good. I'm not that petty. No, Sharice, you are still petty. And because she was even on Andy Cohen just a few minutes before I turned it off, she just mentioned, yeah, she still was kind of mad at Giselle now. So I'm like, girl, bah, whatever. Moving on with my notes here. And then, I mean, it's all about Juan tonight, right? So Robin's out getting her hair done. And, her hairdresser pretty much talked about, what's the situation with her and Juan again. And she was just saying she needs to let her wall down. She wants him to step up. So she wants him to step up because she just felt like she always been like, someone to come in and save him. She felt like almost like a mother figure, which is kind of crazy. It was almost like Captain Saber Negro. Excuse my language on that one, but I guess she takes it all. She always been the one that saved him. It was her family that took him in and taught him things about being a man and a better student. It's almost like they saved Juan because Juan came from a broken family. I believe one of the parents was dead. Somebody was in jail. It was just not a good situation with Juan. So they really took him in, cleaned him up, and shaped him up. And she says she's looking for somebody. She want him to take initiative. She want him to step up. She want him to be a life partner with her. So we shall see what happened. It is date night for Ashley and Michael. They go to iFly, the indoor skydiving, and they have a good time. Ashley was just saying, when they was in their dating phase, they did a lot in their first year of marriage, I guess. They were, dating. I'm going to say dating because she didn't say really first year, but they're dating. They did a lot of adventurous activities, jumping out of planes, climbing something in Australia. But she was just saying, she really, they had some good times and they don't know what has happened, what has happened at that point. So Ashley, it pretty much has came clean with Michael. She's just saying, she's trying her best, but she really don't know crap about the restaurant business. She's not really a business person. And then he's saying, when he's, doing business, he's all in business mode. And, he has to understand that he need not just look at her like in the business partner sense. He need to look at her also as that is his wife. So, Michael sound like he wants to get back to that good place and he wants to, have things good between them, but also it's still this, issue of the business, which is they did show some scenes of Ashley saying, what's this bill and how much this costs, and even, she was giving out some orders earlier in the show. So she just, they just want things to go back to normal. So it leads off to Sharice. Sharice is meeting with her decorator, and the cost of this champagne room is going to be $92,000. What the hell they finna do to this damn room that costs $92,000? Hell, there are houses out here that cost $92,000 or less, but this one room is gonna cost $92,000 to get together. And she even mentioned if it's something come up within a divorce and I got to sell it, the champagne room should add value to the house. Really? Seriously? Maybe you shouldn't touch that room unless you know what's gonna go on with their home. And it just shows her, she said, she wanna get a hammer and start busting stuff down in the room and saying, doing color purple quotes. All my life I had to fight. Girl, back, go sit down. So we shall see. So they pretty much showed in the episode that Chris was at the Alabama Hall of Fame getting ready to get his award, and Mama came up and she was telling something about Monique and the kids, she was telling them, oh, I ain't seen you in a while. And Monique had that look like, this not true. And then she felt like mama was trying to steal the spotlight and have all the shine on her, saying she's a prophetess and she's doing all these great things. And Monique's like, can we honor Chris and not be about you? So it also shows that the Samuels family go off to dinner. And yeah, they go off to dinner, and Chris' mama said, damn, baby, I left my wallet. Now, you know, he is not gonna, Chris did not expect his mom to pay for dinner. He was like, don't worry about it. Yeah, Monique said, yeah, don't worry about it. We got the dinner. No, Monique pretty much was saying that they was moving, and you know they needed more space because they may want to have more kids. She said she always she thought about, maybe having 4 children. And her mama just bust out talking about something, you ought to get a job. And she was like, Monique looking like her, like, no, bitch, I ain't getting I don't need to get a job. So apparently Chris is very well with his money. He, she says pretty much he's frugal. They're set for life. They got money to last them for the next 100 plus years. That's what she said. Then mom said, Mama was wilding out. She was saying awkward stuff. She was like, yeah, I haven't had sex in 15 to 20 years. Ooh, sorry, mama, on that one. Then she said, Monique said, what was that saying? She was saying marriage has their ups and downs. And she said she has moments where Chris can't stand her. She had moments where she can't stand Chris. They were saying, but you seek advice and counsel and stuff. And then mom said, well, she never asked me for any advice. I could have gave her some good advice there. Mama was just like, she was just back and forth. Every time Monique said something, she'll lean over. I don't got time for her bull crap. And Monique, yeah. Baby, bye. Who she thinks she is. Well, look how she got them kids. That's not what she was all saying, but yeah, mama was pretty much not having it. So there is tension between Monique and the mother-in-law. And then, Monique was telling me, I don't got to work, what I got to work for. So, she's pretty I want to say she's like one of those people. She's probably one of those trophy wives that's riding the husband coattail, what. Yeah, so, and apparently I think he's retired because he's 38 years old, and, you have very few people. You have a few guys that play professional football in their late 30s, early 40s, but yeah. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is all. Not a lot saying. We just got to see a little bit more of Monique and where she come from. But I think that if they bring that damn Gigi back around, she's quite the little character, a little side digs. And then, mama gonna be a little bit of problem. So we shall see. That is it. That is all. To the subscribers, hey, thanks for stopping by. To the non-subscribers, what are you waiting on? Join Lady Lily's team. And stay tuned. Happy Easter and have a good evening.